Morning, guys. So this is Tony here. So a I got a message from Queen saying that he wants me to explain pounds USD and Euro USD. Well, the both of the pairs, both of the pairs are directly correlated, which means that if I analyze pounds USD, I am I've already done the analysis on Euro USD, but I'm going to pick Euro USD because it is more volatile than pounds. Okay, so let me just write up my number 42853. So in case you want to contact me, this is my phone number. So now, what do you understand in Euro USD? This is the 4 hour time frame, right? So what do you understand here? You understand that this that price is on an overall bullish run, an overall bullish structure. So right here, I trade on my strategy is demand and supply. Okay, I use demand and supply very well. So I understand the price came to this force, came to this demand zone. Sorry, I like to color code my chart. So in case you see blue and um blue and red, and what's it called again? Zones. So I like to color code my charts so that I can identify them easily. So this is a demand zone. Okay, this is the demand zone. Price came to this demand zone. This is a demand zone because it is the last sell before the buy that broke structure here. The broke structure here. The demand zone. Price came to the demand zone and then reacted, push up, and give us a swing high. So price came to this demand zone, change character, and give us a swing high. Okay. After sweeping this liquidity that is here, it fell, started going down. Okay. Now that is what we understand about. That is what we want to see. We know that price is going towards it, coming down towards this demand zone again. Now zooming into this particular place, what do you see here? We understand that price have given us a high here and then pull back down, didn't break the swing low, pull back up, didn't break the swing high, and it broke structure here. So right here is now my swing high, and here is my swing low until price breaks here. Okay, this is for our time frame. I want to make profit today and not by the next 2 to 3 weeks. Going down to we're now going to use the 1 hour time frame to mark out our swing high and our swing low. So here we know that price broken have broke structure here. So price broke structure here. Price broke structure here. Sorry, and price broke structure here. Also, lastly, here. So is the magneto that is on. So we have a break of structure, break of structure, break of structure, break of structure here. So this is the last break of structure that we have. This particular zone is the last break of structure that we have. Now, this making this our swing high, making this our swing high. Okay, initial swing high, SH swing high, and this is our swing low. This is our swing low. So we have our swing high and our swing low. Why is it a swing high? It is a swing high because it's the last break of structure, the last high that broke structure. Yeah, so this is our swing high and this is our swing low. Now, where is our demand and supply? Because I trade on demand and supply. Right now, we have no demand zone because a demand zone is where I'm expecting price to, break structure, making here my demand zone. Okay, sorry, making here my demand zone. And then when price continues to go up, and then break structure down again, I'm going to make here my supply zone. So this is simply demand and supply. Okay, this is demand and supply. Simply the simplest explanation of demand and supply. When there is a break of structure, whether it's above or below. So the last break of structure now is here around. This is our last break of structure. This is our last break of structure because this is the last place price pulled up, then pulled down to break structure. So this is our supply zone. Now price tried to reach the supply zone, but due to this other block was a push down. But as we can see, it is trying to pull up towards this zone. So this zone is where I'm expecting to go short because we want to follow the trend and keep going low. We already have descending highs here. We already have descending highs here. Okay, so we already have descending highs here. This descending highs is where liquidity is being kept. So this descending high is where liquidity lies. So right here is where liquidity lies, and right here is where I'm expecting price is likely in case if price breaks through this supply zone and takes this liquidity, that means it have made a strong move. But due to on the higher time frame, let's just look sharply on the 1 week time frame and see what's happening. So we there is what we call liquidity, internal liquidity and external liquidity range. So price normally go into a price will go make a high, okay, and then it will come down, it will pull back down to take liquidity that is inside of the range, and then before it can continue to go up to take liquidity that is outside of the range. So that is what we call external liquidity and internal liquidity. So right now, price is inside of the range because this up here is where it kept liquidity. This is a 1 week time frame. So this is a high, liquidity lies here. Okay, this is the swing high, and right here is liquidity. So we are likely it is likely that price is going to take this liquidity up here before it can burst up and start go up to take this liquidity outside here. So when we go down to the 1 day time frame, going down to the 1 day time frame, I marked here as a demand zone. As you can see, I marked here as a demand zone, expecting price to reach this zone. This is that liquidity we are talking of, the 1 week time frame. So I'm expecting price to reach this zone before it can change character and start going higher into this supply zone here. still have the liquidity above here, but this is also a supply zone that I marked out. Price can reach the supply zone where it can push back high again. So back to the 1 hour time frame. So into the 1 hour time frame, we know that okay, price haven't reached this demand zone, okay, but it's going towards that. So that is why I'm expecting price to, come back to this supply zone, maybe into this fair value gap here, and then start to push down lower. Okay. So because it have broken structure, we have our swing high, we have our swing low. Here is our supply zone. So this and then that. Okay. Now let's go down to the 15 minutes time frame and mark out our Asia high and our Asia low because I like using ICT and SMC together to understand. But I like to keep it simple, not to make it more complicated than it is already. So in a 15 minutes time frame, let's just mark out our Asia high and low. So today is what? Today is today is 11. Okay, today is 5th of November. 5th of November. So this here is our Asia high. This here is our Asia high. Asia high initial is A here. Asia high. And our Asia low should be this Wednesday. This is our Asia low. So the saying is that if Asia high is swept, Asia low is the next target, or if Asia low is swept, Asia high is the next target for London opening. Currently, in the next 5 minutes, we'll be entering what's it called, Frankfurt opening. So Frankfurt has more volatility. That we can see a strong move up or a strong move down. So either way, if Frankfurt trade for the next 1 hour and then London opens, I'm expecting London to either grab Frankfurt low and start moving up or either grab Frankfurt high. That's volatility that Frankfurt will cause and start moving lower. So that's what I'm expecting from London section. Right now, this is our Asia high and this is our Asia low, and then we'll see what price will do. Now, if you notice, we can see that Asia high took this liquidity line above here. Okay, this week line above here. Asia high have taken this week. Asia high have taken this week. Okay, so Asia high have taken this week. So tapped into this fair value gap right here. Okay, now this is a break of structure. In this break of structure, because this is a lower time frame, we have a supply zone right here. Okay, this is a lower time frame. I don't normally use lower time frame like 15 minutes to mark out my supply and demand because higher time frame have more reliability than a lower time frame. So this here is a fair value gap, 15 minutes fair value gap. Okay, above it we have a supply zone. Okay, now SMC people will be like, yes, we have a breaker block right here. This is a breaker block, blah 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 blah, breaker block. Price tap into the breaker block and then go down. But also we should understand that when price pulled down, it did not sweep any of the low. Okay, it did not sweep any of this low. Okay, now you can see that price change character here. Okay, price change character right here. Okay, price change of character or market structure shift. Anyone, the both are the same. So price change character here because it pulled up, pulled down, but did not sweep any of the low. Okay, it did not sweep this low, this swing low. This is the swing high, this is the swing low. Price pulled up and then pulled down, but didn't take the swing low. Rather, back up, changing character here. Because this is the last descending candle. Okay, then price made an ascending candlestick that broke this descending candlestick high, changing ma- changing market structure. Now, you understand that price came to this fair value gap, pulling back down and then ranging up again. Now we now see a drop down. So this is it for Euro USD issue. If you go to pounds USD, you can still see similar setup like this. So what am I now expecting? Now, if we since the beginning of this video, I'm expecting price to go down to that. But for today, I'm expecting price to go down to that support and that demand zone below on a higher time frame. So I'm expecting price to go down to where is that? Yeah. I'm expecting price to go down for today. I'm expecting price to move up somewhere into this supply zone and then move down into this demand zone. That is what I'm expecting price to do today. That is today being Wednesday. So that is what I'm expecting from price today. So we have into this 1 hour time frame. Inside this 1 hour time frame, you can see this is an order block. This bullish candlestick line here is an order block. The order block is inside where the supply zone. So we can see how we can combine both supply and demand with empty concept and know what we are doing with the chart. That will not be the liquidity that price will sweep our SL. So I'm waiting for price to come into the area before I can make any entry. Okay, but if I use the 15 minutes time frame, if I use the 15 minutes time frame, I'm still going to wait for price to come above to either take Asia low or take Asia high. So if Frankfurt in the next 1 hour, if price takes this low, I'm expecting it to reach here and then falling down strongly. If it falls down like this, if it goes like this here, when it starts ranging up to that supply zone, this here is where there is liquidity, and inside this supply zone, price is likely to push down strongly, sweeping this liquidity and going straight down to that demand zone below that is below here. That is what I'm expecting of price today. So either way, I'm waiting for price to either sweep the high or low. So I'll be making an entry maybe around 10 or 11 today. For now, this is my overall market entry for today. But I'm going to wait price to give me that is around from 9, 10 or 11. Nigerian time, or let's just say 10 o'clock Nigerian time, when I'm going to be making an entry. But for my overall market entry, this is what I am expecting price. I am expecting to make an entry on. Okay, so till then, God bless you.